What up, times three? We here. Spontaneous live. Retouch. No, we don't need that. No filters or nothing. Yeah. We just here cooking. Bloop. Got the 10-minute frozen jammy ready to go. Well, it's getting ready to go. I'm hungry. It's thundering and lightning and raining and whatnot. And I'm bored. Dolo. So I was like, guess I'll just go live. At least I know there's people there. Going where the people are at. What up, Clocks? What up, Diana? Welcome, welcome. So this is gonna be kind of like the last one, where I'm just cooking and you're hanging out in the kitchen with me. I was thinking about breaking out my Unsolved Mysteries book. Does anybody like Unsolved Mysteries? I love a good mystery, especially an unsolved one. I guess that's, now that I think about it, it's kind of redundant. If it's a mystery, of course it's unsolved. If it's solved, it's no longer a mystery. English is so weird, man. But I'm also doing push-ups, so there might be some of that. Anybody else like to exercise when things get heavy, like emotions get heavy, the world feels heavy, your responsibility, your obligations feel heavy? I wish everybody got like a couple of dollars per minute of exercise. I think people would exercise a lot more. That being said, why do billionaires not actively have like programs, like, you know how you watch TV and you'll see a commercial, right? There should be commercials. Billionaires don't have to show their face, they can hire somebody, but they should run like a program like, hey, if you go outside this week and you pick up 50 pounds of garbage or whatever, I'll send you $1,000. Like, why isn't that a thing? Beats me. Give me the world for 1 week, man. I have this. I'm about to burn the house down. I said that mid sentence of giving me the world for a week, and I'd have this bitch smoothly running. And I'm about to burn down my own kitchen and shit with the paper towel. But that's vigilance, situational awareness. But yeah, man, billionaires should do a lot more. Like, every single one of them. There's, how many billionaires do you think there is in the world? 1,200, 2,200, maybe, something like that. They should be actively giving away that money. Not necessarily giving it away, but like creating good causes for everyday people to start for free without having to go through some crazy ass application process and then having to sit there and stress out about being hired to some shit that you don't want to do. But like, I'll go pick up some trash. I'll go motherfucking get healthy in the gym and then provide proof for payment. Yeah, Ray Bay, that's thunder, baby. She said, I'm the opposite. Clock said, I'm the opposite. I stop exercising if I'm feeling down. Faith, don't be watching them criminal cases, man. I mean, I like a good criminal case too, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm trying to keep my mind positive. And it definitely, criminal cases and seeing what happens when people definitely be having your head on a swivel every time you go out in the world. Just waiting for somebody. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. All right, everybody's in here with the comments. Dinah said, "What's the topic today?" It's loose. It's loose, man. I'm just here. I'm here so I can be in community. We all can be in community and witness each other. I'm gonna try to pay attention to the comments, but I might go off into my tangents. I've been doing this for 5.5 minutes. That means that's gonna be ready in like 3 minutes. Um, Yo, if people give, live, love said working out helps tremendously with my mental health. I feel like if exercise can be bottled up and sold, you would never be able to buy it. Exercise is so amazing, not only for your mental health, but for your physical health, but like your physical dexterity, your mental dexterity. Because most of the time, unless you're like a really like fit gym health nut or whatever, like for those people, it's harder not to work out. But until you get there, it's hard just to get there. And what builds that workout muscle, and I'm not talking about like your physical body, but like the mental part of it, what builds that muscle in your head and your drive and momentum is just getting there and doing it and completing it. That's why I love it, but I hate it. Like it always sucks. And you gotta, when you're working out, you gotta push, you gotta lean into the suck. Like the more it hurts, that's how you know it's working. Like there's a point when you start exercising, you're like, oh, I got this, I could do this, but like it's not really working yet. That's what your heart is. That's what your heart is used to. But when you push your heart to a resting rate that's elevated above what it normally is, that's when you start to evolve as a human being. So I definitely encourage all of y'all to do that. I'm making shrimp Alfredo. What up, Laura, out in Washington? 3 hours behind, middle of the day, tuning in. Appreciate it. I love the Pacific Northwest. Baby girls are doing fantastic. I talk to every day. I said I talk to every day. I talk to Aura every day on a FaceTime for a good minute. And I'm actually going to see them for the first time since May 21st in the physical this Wednesday. So this Wednesday to Saturday, I'll be out there. And like, I'm so happy and excited for that. The reason why it doesn't really sound like that is because that shit cost me like $1,100 just to go see my girls. Like, so that is like a punch to the gut. That's like a slap to the face, having to pay to go see your children. Beyond me, but you gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let's go check on this food. I'm gonna bring you over here. Okay, put you down a little bit. Ooh. I wish you could smell it. Smells fantastic. Ooh, your boy burnt this. Running my mouth. Yapping. We can fix it up though. We can fix it. Oh, that is terrible. Bumba clots. That's alright though. I kind of knew I was doing that. That's gonna be so fun to clean later on. What a day. Shoo, shoo. Shrimp Alfredo. I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit while we over here. It's all gravy, Dale. It's another reason to do push-ups. Clock said just add water. You wanted something. Let's see if Clock's theory is gonna work out. Not at the moment. All gravy. I'm not even tripping. Shrimp Alfredo is one of my favorites. 30 people in the chat. What up? Let's knock out some push-ups for burning the food. I feel like I shouldn't do it that way because then my phone will fall flat. I'm going to switch it around. Schwab. What up, NB? Let's knock them out. Today we're doing triceps. This little thing is nice, man. Every day I move from one to the other. And usually I start out on the outsides and I work my way in because, oh, you probably couldn't even see that. But yeah, I basically work my way in on these joints. Going live is hard. I don't know what the camera's doing. I know you see it. Yo, you see the waves though? You see the waves, son? Swimming. A good 20. Oh. Yeah, boy. Ain't gonna catch me slipping. Good looking Brianna Ramos for the $4.99. See, going live was already worth it. I was about to not do it. I was about to be like, I'm gonna just be out here in my feelings. But when you seek community, the community be seeking you. Oh man, Olivia said the daughter's taking a diaper off and running. I miss those days. But Lumi's still on diapers, so it might not be the last. It might not be over for me yet. Yeah, Brianna, you already know that's gonna get ate. Like the noodles on the top was good. It's just I burnt the bottom. Let's go look at it. Still gonna be fire though. Somebody asked if I ever. Gabby said asked would I ever do locks again. And I think about it a lot, but I don't know. I'm feeling the short hair. I feel like long hair has too much weight on it. I don't want no extra weight on me forever. Forever and ever. I'm keeping it as light as possible. That's why I named my daughters after spectrums of light. Aura is the light around you. Lumi is light radiating. Keeping it light. Thank you, appreciate it. I think y'all, if y'all remember when I first cut my hair, I used to cut ass on myself every day. I was like, it's funny looking ass there. But I like it now. Plus my hair it started to thin a little bit on in the crown area in the back. My auntie said, see, if you wouldn't have said that, we wouldn't have known. She was like, you lucky, you tall. Nobody can see it. But I was like, I see it, auntie. That's all good though. I'm not stressing that. I kind of look, I'm like, maybe I would be a handsome bald man. Pac was bald. He set the standard. When you bald, you just got to throw the flag on. She said, Sean said, don't do a haircut all day. Yeah, I actually need a haircut too. But the waves look crispy when you got the hair. Like right now, the hair is pretty long. I'm like a month out of a haircut right now, a dark Caesar. But when your hair get long and then you put the doobie on, that's when they start. Because they want to curl up, but the doobie's like, nah, go down. So you get that wave action going. Yeah, I'm doing all right. We here. We here about to plate the food. It's probably cooled off enough. Come with me, come with me. I'm also working on a vlog. It's not really a vlog, actually. I'm not even gonna hold you. What it is the other day I woke up. Let's turn this way. The other day I woke up, and what I normally do is when I check into work, because you know I'm a full-time YouTuber, by the way. I check into work and one of the first things I'll do is I'll watch videos for inspiration. And I had the idea. I said, yo, let me take people on this journey of watching 5 videos for inspiration. So that's what I recorded. And my next video is going to be about that. It's going to be about like diving into thumbnails and titles. And what attracts me most to creators now is like the creators who don't try hard at all, but do really well. There's a lot of them. Like a month or two ago, I thought that the only way to do well on YouTube was like to, not really to try hard, but like you had to do the editing, you had to do the color grading, you know, that type of stuff. But there's so many people who just turn on the camera, hit record, they talk, they turn the camera off, they upload, and that's it. They might have put a little bit of ambiance in the back, but that's what we're gonna go through a discovery in my next video. So look out for that. It's probably gonna be ready tomorrow, if not definitely the day after. Cause I watched the whole thing already, and I'm like, yo, this is ready to go just like this. I don't need to do no edits. But for some reason, I just feel like I'm cheating when I'm not doing the edit. We will see. Also, I'm really trying to rein in this idea that it's all about the outcome. It's never about the outcome. When you are in love with your art, it's all about the process. Word of the day. It's not about the outcome, it's about the process. We've all heard it before, but that's the realest shit I ever wrote. Facts. Now this is all carbs, and I'm gonna eat it all. I didn't really eat nothing today, that's why. I did a big workout this morning. Which I have been doing for like the past 2 weeks. I'm trying my best to make it to 5 a.m. I want to make it to that 5 a.m. club. So I can get up at 5. I really feel like when 8:30, 9 p.m. come around, I feel a little cheated because I didn't have enough time. And that's because I didn't wake up early enough. The book is going good. All the chapters are finished. This morning when I was working out, I felt like I needed to go back and edit the how to be angry chapter. Because I had some more ideas. And that's how books fuck around and never get released. Because you always have more ideas. And that's why the last chapter I wrote was like, yo, just let it be finished. It's how to be finished. And then I had another idea of like how to be God. But I might just write like a epilogue or a preface and just like, yo, if you follow all of these things, if you trust in these guidelines, even without the book, you already are that. Some shit like that. But why did I just pull up my laptop? I pulled up the laptop because, just to show you proof, editing. It's coming along. Just in case your ass didn't believe me, just know that your boy, I don't never lie. I don't believe in that lying stuff. No type of way, no type of how. Bang. Oh shit, this is like we're on a date right now. Do you have anybody on YouTube that takes you out on dates? No. That's exclusive to this channel. I'm just putting my tripod down a little bit. The Ashton Hall morning routine? Nah, I never heard of that. I just know I need to get my ass up earlier so I have more hours to work during the day. Joanna said, nobody takes them out on dates. See, these YouTubers are slipping. They missing out on the opportunity. I mean, it's not candlelight. I don't have any music going. I was just loving this rain ambiance, this thunder ambiance. I'm going to flip you around real quick. Hold on. All right, now you should be a good height. I'm so self-conscious, like, about eating in front of people that I don't know if this is a good idea right now. I don't like mouth noises. But we're gonna work it out. What Kanye said, I'm so self-conscious. Something about, he said, I only have to go outside with at least one of my watches. I hit 4 a.m. naturally, but that's because I give myself a bedtime. Brianna, what time do you go to bed? I'm curious. I need to know. For me, if I'm getting up at 5:30, can't go to bed no later than 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is the absolute cutoff. Like, ideally, I'm in bed at 9:30, and I'm falling asleep at 10 o'clock. Joanna said, what time I got up today? I got up at 7:30. I was out the door by 7:55. I got to my little workout station. It's like a mile walk. It's a park called Lonnie Miller Park. If anybody ever wants to come to Jacksonville and join me on my morning workouts. And I get it in for like a good hour 15. Bust a real good sweat. That's why the skin is glowing right now. I ain't even gonna hold you. Waves are spinning. Taking my vitamin C and my water. Oh, you might be happy to know that I just secured, is it a brand ambassadorship? I guess you could say that. What they gave me is a discount code of 15% off to promote their product in my videos. Let me get it for you. So not in this vlog coming up, but in probably the vlog after that. It's going to be like a day in the life because I haven't done one of those in a minute. I'm going to be promoting this brand. Epic Water. It's a water pitcher, but the pitcher, the filter, they have like the best filter on the market. It's a Florida-based company. It eliminates 97% of fluoride. 97% of fluoride. That's fire right there. So when I saw that, I was like, yeah, I'll partner with you. And the discount code, if you want it right now, is WET15. I picked that up. You like that? You like that? Yeah. It's WET15. Because you know we about that wet, baby. But yeah, in addition to cutting out fluoride, it eliminates up to 99.9% of the harmful contaminants other filters leave behind, such as chlorine, heavy metals, industrial and agricultural pollutants, and trace pharmaceuticals. That's a big one. So they sent me a picture so I can promote it. You get a 15% off discount. I get a little commish, and that's dope. That's part of the YouTube business. Like, you do videos and you get paid from AdSense for views and all of that, but the money comes in from these companies when they give you the codes and you make a little commish off of stuff that people, you already know. They sent me a replacement filter. It was pretty weird though, because like after I agreed to it and everything, he was like, yeah, I just want you to know that the replacement filter we're sending you isn't a replacement for the pitcher. And I was like, it says replacement filter on it, bro. Maybe English wasn't his first language, but it's an American company, to say the least. So shout out to Epic Water is the name of the company. Epic Water Filters. They do bottles, they do, filters, pitchers. They have a under the sink system. Look that up. I'm gonna take a bite because this shit has got my nose open right now. Pardon the mouth noises. Put like some music on so you don't hear me chew. Let me see. Website is www.epicwaterfilters.com. Shing. Wet 15 is a discount code. Brianna says she got to be in bed by 9. She know. Because, right, if you go to bed by 9, 8 hours later is like 4. So, that's only right. One of the videos that I was critiquing that you're going to see in this next video that I'm going to put out, Shorty was like, 5 a.m., I wake up. In her pillow talk voice. And I was like, yo, 5 a.m. is the jam. Like, I've heard it so many times. And for a minute back in March, I did do it. I had like a week straight of waking up at 5:30 when I really was like diligent about my morning pages. But it's a lot. It's a lot to wake up at 5, especially if you go into bed at like 11, 12. When 10:30 come around, I get my second win. So I really had to work on my circadian rhythm, which is another reason why as soon as I wake up, I go work out as hard as I can so I can be tired by the time 8:30, 9 o'clock comes around. But still, my brain is like, yo, 8:30, 9 o'clock, it's time to party. What are you talking about? Go to bed. What are you, 70? So it is what it is. Pamela said, let me know how the Epic water filter works. I've been looking for another one. I'm sure it'll be dope. A filter is a filter. Like I rocked with a Brita filter for the longest and thought it was the shiz. So, and the Brita was not doing all of that. My 1.5-year-old still won't sleep through the night. I miss good rest, says Drea. Yeah, kids will do that. Kids will take your life and put your head where your feet normally are. I mean, they turn it upside down. Like, yeah. Me as a dad, I can't say that the kids really affected me. The girls really affected me as I was sleeping. And we co-slept. One thing Aura does though, Aura likes to go horizontal. Like she'll start off the night vertical, but then slowly but surely she does this. Woo! So somebody's gonna catch a foot to the face and a hand in the eye. Thank you for noticing that, how peaceful I look, Joanna. I feel peaceful. Sleep hygiene is basura, Pamela said. Yeah, yo, don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. If you can't work out and exercise like you want to, you gotta be hitting with that sleep. Because rest and exercise are our two best friends. We don't have to pay nothing for them besides some time, of course. Time in life. Everything that we want in the world, you have to sacrifice some time in life for. And if you're not willing to do that, I guess you don't really want it. Is what I tell myself, at least. Yeah, Brianna said 5 a.m. gets easier when you actually sleep. Another reason why, yo, he's not here right now. And I don't want him to feel like I'm talking bad about my dad. My dad is a night owl. I will say that. And this house is not soundproof. Let's just say that. I digress. Yes, Brianna knows. When you wake up right before the sun crosses the horizon, there's something special about that. When you beat the sun up, like, yeah, I got you. Like, the sun is everything. The most powerful thing in our solar system, hands down. And if you can wake before it crosses the threshold for everybody in your geographic area. I think it's pretty special. My food is getting cold. I'm gonna take another bite. Not cold yet. All right. I feel so bad that it's not. This isn't changing your whole world right now. Why do I need my videos to do that? I don't know. I watched plenty of videos that felt like a waste of time at the end of the day. So a long time ago, I bought this book and I've barely read it since I bought it. I actually think I got this thrifting from like what's it called again? Goodwill. I think I got this from Goodwill for like $5 because it's got a scar on it. And I was like, I see you, book. I see you. You're flawed, but you still have good information. And I'm not one to cast things aside just because they have a couple of flaws. What do I want? Let's just see what God wants us to read. This is how you know. You take your text and you go. You do this. Oh! So we're about to learn something. So God was like, keep it short, Matt. We're going to learn about the skunk ape. Since the 1960s, a creature has been spotted in the Florida Everglades. See what I'm talking about? This is a local unsolved mystery. That means I could go out there and solve it. That many call Bigfoot's skinny cousin, the skunk ape. The beast is said to closely resemble Bigfoot with one minor difference. It smells like rotten eggs. What do they think Bigfoot smells like? Anybody ever got close enough to Bigfoot to be like, I don't think so. And I'm sure Bigfoot don't smell like herbal essence. Anyway, in the late 2000s, Sarasota police received an anonymous letter from a woman who complained that an escaped animal was roaming near her home at night. Included with the letter were 2 close-up photographs of the creature, a large beast that resembled an orangutan, standing behind some palmetto leaves, baring its teeth. Somebody need to go check on that lady. That was only 25 years ago. The skunk ape might still be harassing. That was probably her ex. Just forgetting to shave, take a shower. Sunsets will also put you to sleep. Oh, why is everybody talking about sunsets? NB said, I'm ready for bed now. Oh, Katarina. You can say whatever you want, girl. I'm not gonna condemn you. Is my food good? The food is tasty. It's getting a little lukewarm, so I'm gonna take another bite. But it's tasty though. I like a little burn. Shout out to all my Haitians. Sapa say. I forget what it's called. But Haitians make this dish with like black rice and black peas. And everybody fights over the burnt part on the bottom. Yeah, sunsets are dope. I haven't seen a sunset in a while. Like actually, like gone and been able to see a clear view of the horizon and watch the sunset. I probably haven't done that in like maybe 2 years. I'm always around trees that are messing up the sunset. I hope y'all eating right now. Please get something to eat. Nourish yourself, hydrate yourself. What up, Mary Carmen Castro Cervantes? Wow, what a name. Mary Carmen Castro Cervantes. My parents were playing. They was like, you gonna get all these names. Can we get a story time about the arm tattoo? Is it Kalea? Yeah, it's Kalea. This one? Elle said, I eat my food hot. You and my dad would get along swimmingly. My dad he put everything in the microwave 2-3 times. Yo, I had to type a thread about it the other day, like asking people, do you have a parent that makes coffee in the morning? Then they make the coffee, they put their milk in it, then they put it because the milk is cold, so they put the coffee in the microwave right after that. Yo, my dad kills me in the morning because I usually like if I don't wake up before him and he's down here making his coffee. Oh, I thought he was about to walk through the door. Timing always be like that, don't it? But yeah, he put it in the microwave, and I hear the microwave door shut. Bah! The microwave is mad loud. Matter of fact, let me do a little reenactment of what my dad does in the morning. There ain't nothing in the microwave right now. I gotta run. Alright, so boom. He don't like, you know how you wait till the microwave get down in like 1 second, then you open it because don't nobody got time for a lot of hooting and hollering. He always let it go all the way down to 0. Then it'd be like beep beep beep. Then he open it, come out, close it. I hear all of this. This him. Mind you, I'm upstairs cracking my eyes open. Again. And he do that like 3-4 times, bro. I don't understand it. I be trying to visualize it in my mind. I'm like, what is he doing down there? Like, how many times you gotta microwave your coffee? I be coming down here and teasing him, but I don't want to tease him too much because my dad is doing me a solid right now. But when I get my own crib, he probably still do that. But that's when I'm gonna bring it up to him. Like, he probably watching this right now, knowing him. But that's when I'm bringing it up to him. Like, yo, how hot do you need your coffee? I don't understand. You about to burn your whole face off. Microwave, period. This ain't it. I try to stay away from the microwave as much as possible. Oh, the comments just blew up. All right, we did the piping hot thing. I'm gonna get to Mary Carmen Castro Cervantes. But before that, story time. This was my first tattoo right here in the world. NOS. I got this when I was 15 years old. Mosquitoes tattoo by a dude named Kenny right there on Yonkers Avenue. Kenny didn't care. Kenny let me come in. Oh shit, let me put the charger on for the phone died. Kenny didn't care at all, bro. I came in as a 15-year-old, me and like 2 of my boys. He was just ready to get the money. I didn't have to sign no disclaimer or nothing. And I looked through some of the fonts, and I knew I wanted something like, you know, with the points in it. And he pretty much just freehand this. It took him like 40 minutes. And I was addicted to tattoos after that. I was like, oh, it hurts so bad, but it hurts so good. I wanted another one. I wanted another one as soon as he finished. And then like 3 days later, I came back and he did this for me. This says death this way. And it says life that way. I thought that was the illest shit ever. 16-year-old bad? What? Walking through high school like, yeah, what's up? You see me. I'm bad. But yeah, the story about NOS, I probably never told y'all on the channel. It's pretty deep. It's pretty deep. I'm not going to tell the whole thing about how I came up with it. But what I will tell you is the first acronym that I came up with was No One's Son. And it happened after like a big argument. I went to sleep after the argument and woke up, and it was on my mind like no one's son, NOS. And I was like, oh, it's so dope because if you look at it upside down or backwards, it still spells son. So like my 15-year-old mind was amazed by that. So I was like, yo, that's my new name. Call me Nos. Call me NOS. But yeah, the first acronym was noise over silence, and then the great creator doing what it does just kept giving me other acronyms to make me feel stronger about why NOS was something that I wanted to embody. So first it was no one's son, and then I thought about no one's son. I was broke at the time, kind of still broke right now, but no one's son. Like I don't have ones. And then after that, it was short. It was no one similar because I'm real big on being unique and indifferent. Then after that, it was now on stage because I started doing shows. Then it was noise over silence came before now on stage. Nation of self came when I started gaining knowledge of myself, knowledge of self. Nation of self became a thing. North or south, so many. But that's why the channel right now to this day is NOS Nero. Nero is my best friend Mary. She gave me this book when she was going to Fordham University. It's called The 12 Caesars by Suetonius. And I read that whole book thinking it was going to make me super smart. And it did. I really did enjoy the book. But I read Nero's chapter. That dude was diabolical. And back then, I was kind of like, I was interested in being the most diabolical person, even though he did some highly questionable things that I would never. But there are some, what do you call it? There are some synchronicities in his story and mine. I will say that. So that's the story about the smoke came years after. Like there's smoke around it. There's some skulls in there. If you look at it this way, there's a B and an H. One of my first crews when I lived in Yonkers, one of my first crews that I rocked with heavy was a crew named Bad Habits. It was actually a record label too. Let's just say we're not crew anymore. And so the way life goes. But yeah, also the smoke was all freehand. There's like a building in there, right there. There's some birds. He was doing it freehand. I was like, yeah, put some. I had like $90 to my name. I spent it all on that tattoo. All right, boom. Mary Carmen Castro Cervantes says, lots of laughs. My dad wanted to name me after his mom, and my mom said, nah, she's gonna be named after both our mamas. Maria Carmen equals me. I'm also a Gemini moon, so there's that for a good split. Woo! Girl. Both your grandmothers be probably incarnating into you throughout the day. You're probably a trip to be around. Happy feet, what up? I heat up my coffee in the microwave about 5 times before I finish my cup. See, also it's a common thing. Somebody, when I made the thread about it, they said it's a Caribbean thing. Makes sense. Yeah, my dad's definitely, well, I can't say he's used to being alone because his shorty she be living. They both live with each other. If she not over here, she over there at her place. Food is definitely cold right now. It's all good. Yeah, shout out to the pops. Shout out to the pops. Shout out to my dad. One of the realest. I can't wait to write the biography. His story is definitely one that I think would inspire many, many, many people. Also, his story is a testament to the bond between a father and a son. Because my dad and I had an estranged relationship in the beginning. And then it all turned around. It came back full circle. But I say that to say, too, I guess I got to tell part of the story to even make this make sense. My mom passed when I was 3. I'm going to make this real quick. My mom passed when I was 3. Boom. I remember the day my dad came to get me. I was in the backyard. We lived in Southside Jamaica, Queens on 191st. Maybe it's St. Albans. I'm not sure. But anyway, I remember the day he came to get me. And I don't remember my dad much at all before this. This is like one of my first memories. I was 3 and a half. I was in the backyard. I was holding a Cabbage Patch doll. It wasn't mine, but it was in the backyard, and I was holding it and I was looking at it. And then my mom's adopted mom, because my mom was also adopted. Her name was Datum. She said, "Matthew, your dad's here." And I looked, and it started to rain. Boom, right in the backyard. And I said, "Oh, that's crazy." And I started to walk up to the gate. And as soon as I put my hand on the gate, I noticed that it was raining behind me, but it wasn't raining right in front of me. And it was like the rain stopped perfectly at the gate. It's a memory that's etched into my being. I remember it so clearly. And then I don't remember what car he had. I think it was like a black Mustang, one of them 5.0 joints. I remember it was a coupe though. It was like a little, a two-door joint. And I got in, and that was it. So my dad had me from 3 and a half to like 6 and a half. So in that 3 years, him and I bonded a lot. He lived in Spring Valley, which is Rockland County, upstate New York. Boom. It was ill because my dad had like a 4-story house on Twin Avenue, 58 Twin Avenue. I still want to go buy that house. It's probably like dilapidated and run down and all of that. But I still want that house because it's a part of me. But it was 4 stories, and I thought that was the illest ever. Not to say that our house in Jamaica, Queens wasn't dope, because Datum, she did pretty well for herself. It was called like a McMansion. So my mom lived in the attic, and she had something like 7 or 8 other adopted kids. Some of them were like special needs. I remember those too. I remember those stories. But yeah, about as far as my dad, in those 3 years, from 3 and a half to 6 and a half, we bonded a lot. Of course, as we should, because my mom passed. So my dad is like my last refuge as far as like, caretakers. And for one reason or the other, I couldn't live with my dad anymore. So my aunt from Long Island, shout out to my aunt Joni, she stayed out in Bayshore, Long Island. She came and got me. Boom. And I lived with her for 7 years. And I didn't hear from my dad that much. Sadly, unfortunate, but I didn't. He was, my dad's one of the ones. So anyway, I say all that to say that when he did come back around 7 years later, and I should before I say that, I should also say within that 7 years, I like completely was like, forget dad, man. I was like, yo, forget dad, bro. I don't want to see about him. I don't want to hear about him. I don't want to ever talk to him again. Forget dad, bro. I was heavy on that. But when he did come back around, I was like, what you talking about? You all right? I was like, what you doing? He was like, yeah, I'm good now. I got married, da da da. I was like, all right, where you live? He said Yonkers. And this was 1999 when he told me that. And if you know anything about 1999, I know some of y'all not old enough for that. You might have missed that year. In 1999, DMX came out in 98. So by 99, when he dropped Flesh of My Flesh, Blood is My Blood, I knew too much about Yonkers. So when he said Yonkers, I was like, I'm coming. You right next to the city? What? I'm coming. So I moved back in with my dad when I was 15. And I say all of that to say, even though we were separated for like those 7 years, I still had a strong enough bond to forget about all the shit I used to talk about, not wanting to deal with him at all. So garner whatever meaning you wish from that. My dad is also a Virgo. My birthday is September 9th. My dad's birthday is 9/11. His girlfriend's birthday is 9/10. My mom's birthday was 9/18. Yo, thank you, Dan. How did you go back to eating meat? Oh, that's a good one. Hold up. Alubayo. Alubayo Ubaldo. Alubalo. Hold to fuck it up, bro. But that's a dope name. I love vowels in a name. I'll say that. But Alubayo said, how do you go back to eating meat? Pause. And that's easy. Like I have a couple of other videos where I talk about it, but I was just the main deciding factor, in addition to a bunch of other deciding factors, was I was tired of being stressed out. I felt like it was less healthy for me to be stressed out, cortisol filled, looking at things like, yo, I'm so hungry, I want to eat, but I can't eat none of this. And I had did that for 7 years. So I just had to throw down the gauntlet on it. I was like, I'm not doing this no more. I'm not stressing myself out no more. I'm gonna eat whatever I want to eat. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna drink water. I'm gonna take my supplements, my vitamins, and we gonna do the best we can with that. Veganism ain't. I don't want to bang on veganism because I still do love the whole diet, the ideology, the way of life. But there's a lot of like false information, platitudes even that vegans live by that's not even really real. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. If they told you you were saving animals by going vegan, you not. You not, bro. I'm sorry to tell you. They still doing the worst. I was one of those people who heavily believed that. I was like, every day that I'm vegan, because I think this dude named Gary your Foscar, your any vegan knows what I'm talking about. Once I say Gary Y, this Israeli dude, and I say he's Israeli because as vegan as he was and as much of the animals that he pretended to care about, he is not, let's just say he's not pro-Palestine. And that, when I saw that, I was like, ew, how you gonna be so pro-animals and, against factory farming, but you think that's okay? Nah. So me seeing that actually was one of the first things that made me question veganism. I was like, what the fuck is going on with this shit? Brianna said 15 is crazy. Oh, notice you are not with the fam. I hope you're staying strong and in good energy. Oh yeah, listen, man, you a couple of months late, girl. You gotta catch up, that girl. Things are a changing, as they always do in my life. Why is that a pattern in my life? I don't know. Like, why am I always being displaced? What is the message in that? Like, why don't I get to live somewhere like everybody else does for as long as I wanna? I don't know. It's got to be a message in it. That's one of the things that make me feel like no one's similar. Yeah, there's a lot behind those. I wish maybe one day I'll tell a story. Maybe I'll tell the story of how NOS really, really came about. Another tidbit though that won't bother anybody if I say it is at the time, this is when I first started writing. My cousin Vision, shout out to Vision, was like, yo, you should write raps. Cause I used to do poetry and I was heavy with the journaling every day and all of that. He was like, you should write raps. And I did. I've always loved rap, always had a deep love for hip hop. And my two favorite rappers of all time, even though that switches depending on whatever my mood is. But usually within the top three, it's always Nas and Nori and DMX. Those two, three, definitely, on my mantle as top favorite rappers, top three, top five, whatever. And so Nas is 3 letters, DMX is 3 letters, Nori is 4 letters, and I was like, I can't say. If you pronounce, some people pronounce NOS Nas, like nitrous oxide, I think it is, like the shit that you put in cars to make it go fast. But I was like, if I say my name is Nas like that, then people might mistake it for Nas, and I don't want to do that. So I held out the O, the nos. And I was like, oh, that's dope because one of my first words ever was no. I'm a big proponent of the word no. No, plural, nos. So that's another little tidbit about the name. What's my biggest goal for this next chapter in life? My biggest goal is kind of the same that it's always been. In this next chapter, I felt like I was close to it a couple of times, but it's financial freedom. It's got to be that, nothing else. Like I'm actually okay with being alone. Like I'm cool with sacrificing companionship even with that. I feel like money is it's the only thing. People say money ain't everything. They absolutely right. It's the only thing. And the more I learn about masculinity and its dynamic with feminism, I shouldn't even bring feminism into it. What I'm really trying to say is like masculinity is all about production for some reason. And our the way society is set up now, like if you're a man and you're not wealthy, if you don't have money, you have little value and nobody cares what you say. I don't believe that. I just want to be clear. I don't believe that, but it's what society believes, and I think that's an objective truth. We could talk about it as much as you wanna, but at the end of the day, a man without money is like pretty much, unfortunately, non-existent. It's sad, but it is the way it is, and I believe in myself, so I know that it's fully attainable. I don't need anybody else to believe in it, you know? Like, I don't need anybody else to believe in me. I'm happy that most of the people here who watch this, who tune into me, they all believe in me. My pops believes in me. So I'm not saying that nobody believes in me, but I'm saying I don't need anybody to believe in me. I'm at a point now where like I've I've always been big on autonomy and self-reliance, but the bank account has really never reflected that, if you know what I mean. What up, Nikki? Nikki Nudes. The New York accent is it comes out sometimes. What a lot of people don't know is like I feel like the New York accent is the proper accent. Like it's really not. It doesn't have like a twang on it, so to speak. It doesn't have like a. It's actual English. But when a New Yorker is around other New Yorkers, you definitely start to hear some slang in there. Some slang, some geographical affliction, you know. Yeah, I love the way I talk. I'm so happy that I was born in the center of the universe, New York City. Nikki's 913. See? That's why we bond like the way that we do. 1999 was my birth year. That's what's up. That was a great year. I was in ninth grade. Oh, there's a bunch of Virgos in the building. What up? What up? VR McKinnon said, because of my childhood, I noticed I have deep issues with trust and a need for nurturing. What challenges as an adult do you find are triggered from your childhood experiences? Bro. What challenges as an adult do you find are triggered from your childhood experiences? I think that everything that we do is, I have this saying, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. Oh, we're about to approach an hour, so I'm gonna let y'all go in a little bit. But the way you do anything is the way you do everything. So the way that we grew up is the way it influences the way that we continue to grow throughout life, and is pertinent to every day introspect. Every day, you don't want to spend too much time looking back, but notice where your past is informing the choices that you make in the present. So as far as what challenges as an adult do I find are triggered from my childhood experiences, it's everything. Everything I do is in it's an amalgamation of the choices or the experiences that I had as a child. I hope that answers your question. Oh, Yvette, Mrs. Thompson, hello. Not a day without Jesus. Mrs. Thompson is going to remind you, me, everybody. I wonder if she walk into the grocery store. Not a day without Jesus. I love you for that, Miss Thompson. Thank you for always reminding us. Switzerland. Woo! Gotta get out there. I admire the Swiss so much for their world renowned peace. If you know anything about Switzerland, they not going for it. You talking about war, I don't want to hear it. I love that about the Swiss. And it's so beautiful out there. All of the photos and the videos that I've seen. I often joke to myself that I'm not going to. I just want to go to Switzerland. Let's just say that. Kalaya said, I'm going through that stress right now on top of other life stresses, and I've been considering going back to eating animal products. Consider it. Consider it, and don't beat yourself up about it. You know, I remember I did that for a long time too because I had to reprogram my brain. I thought that meat eaters were all the devil. And I would look at people eating meat like, how do you do that? Not even not even acknowledging the fact that I used to eat meat my whole entire life before I was vegan. Fake meats are so bad, and it's also a mental thing too. Like, if you're vegan, why you gotta have fake meat? Why you gotta have the thing that looks like the thing that you said you didn't want to eat? It's very interesting. I know it. Love is here, Yvette. I know it's on the way. There's more of it coming towards me, but I'm also choosing to believe that I am the source of unlimited amounts of love, infinite love. All right, once I get to the bottom of these comments, I'm gonna eat my cold food, and I'm gonna turn the live off because an hour was not. We could probably do this all day. I'm gonna just wake up and start. I'm gonna just hit live, and carry around my phone and have y'all live with me. But the battery will have to live long enough for that. You have to chase your own safe haven. I truly feel the same way about the displacement trust. For real, for real. When I secure my own place to live, fam. I mean, the heavens will part. The light will shine on me. The angels will sing. And it's gonna be my first place. My first place. 39 years old, never had my own place. It's coming. Thanks for coming to show some love, Knox. Appreciate it. If you're still here, you set up her new office and got dismissed, or should I have said displaced? Olubayo. You touching subjects, Olubayo. I don't want to talk about none of that, man, because that was my daughter's first word, and everyone always laughs, but it's true. She's so big on boundaries, even now at 8. Yes, the word no is so powerful. We all need to practice saying it more, I would say. No! The lady was like, you gotta leave. I should have been like, no! Nah, I say that too because after I left, my best friend Mary was like, she told me about these like 2 or 3 other relationships that are kind of like in the same position as we were in, and the dudes are not leaving. They just like, no, I'm not leaving. What are you talking about? Me, I can never. I've never outstayed my welcome anywhere ever. You're not about to make me feel like I'm not welcome and have me stay here in it. It is what it is. Yes, Miss Thompson, we know Jesus' time will come. It's coming. They've been saying it for 2025 years. A lot throughout my life, and it's so hard to be at peace when you're just trying to survive. Praying for your financial freedom, bro. I'm praying for your financial freedom as well. Sarina, for real, I started this video off by saying that everybody deserves financial freedom. There should be more opportunity, and it should be almost like hard to not be okay with money, considering how important money is. There should be the only people who should be homeless are the people who want to be. Let's just say that. Right. Financial freedom is everything. Thank you, Olubayo. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right, but thank you for that. Appreciate it. Mrs. Thompson saying, Jesus got you. Watch and see. I already know. I don't even believe anymore. I know, girl. Long live me. What up? How are the girls doing? The girls are doing very well. I really like the book It's Not Your Money. Hmm. I wonder what that's about. If yeah, I haven't said it during this live, but Federal Reserve notes do not constitute payment. That might be one of the most important things you'll ever hear in your life. How to make practical use of knowing that is a whole nother story. You're not supposed to point forks at people. Cold ass noodles. Love it. See, Mrs. McKinnon knows what's up. It's literally, I don't even like to use the word literally because I feel like it's overused, but definitely a reprogramming of the mind. Thank you, Faith. Hey, Miss Perkins. Whoa. Hey, buddy. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. Thank you, Emma. You ever coming to LA? You know it. You know I'm coming to LA. I have a lot of family actually out there on my mom's side and my dad's side. And LA is one of those places I feel like I belong. Now, being on the West Coast and feeling the what is it, the negative ions or the positive ions from the Pacific Ocean is it's a grounded spiritual way of looking at money. The basic concept is that it's God's money and you are the vessel for it. Oh, thank you for that. I like that, Miss Rose. All right. That's it. I finished up. Yes, Miss Hoops, you definitely got to get there on the West Coast. I appreciate everybody who came in and checked me out. I did this sporadically today. I think I had like up to 50 people in it. And I shared some life stories. I shared some tidbits. I shared an unsolved mystery. Miss McKinnon, come on, Miss McKinnon. Hey, I was about to leave. Now I feel like I gotta stay some more. What y'all think? Do y'all? I don't know. I'm gonna take a bite. I'm gonna let y'all let me know if I need to go or not. Cause my food ain't getting no colder. It's already brick. Yeah. When this live is over, I'm gonna stop it, and YouTube usually post it under like the live tab or whatever. It was a good one. I like the way that it came out. I was kind of stressing about like what am I even gonna talk about, but the people got me talking. And I'm not like a real like a social creature, but when the mouth gets to going, I be talking. I get to going. I can talk. And that's another thing that I've been practicing a lot lately because when I look at, you're gonna see it in the next video. That's one of the biggest things I talk about is like some people are so good at just picking up the camera and going. And they make great points. And that's why I tell myself that's why their videos do so well. And I admire that about people. And I too want to do that because I always feel like I write the script out, but then I have to read the script because I feel like if I don't read the script that I wrote, I'm going to miss all the talking points and not say the things that I want to say the way that I want to say them. You know what I mean? So this right here, going live, is it's a good like university for it's like schooling myself. It's training myself to do that, to be more comfortable because I know I could do it. But actually doing this makes me want to get that video out when it's gonna be out tomorrow, the day after. Tuesday the latest, because Wednesday I'm going to see my babies. Gonna go see my babies on Wednesday. I'm so excited about that. Last thing I'm gonna say too, These car rental companies, bro. I just want to pick every single rental company up and slam it on its neck. Because those hidden fees are, that's coercion. That's coercion. How did my man in shoutout say it? Carjacking and all types of fuckery. Yo, I went to rent a car to go see my girls, and it's like 270, right? And I'm like, all right, I got that. You know, it was hard enough to get it, but I got it. And I was about to hit reserve, but I like to read. So I was reading a little disclaimer to terms and conditions. And they talking about when you get to the desk, there may be some hidden fees that you need to be aware about, but we're not going to tell you what they are. So me, I call. I say, yo, what's up with these hidden fees y'all talking about in the terms and conditions? And she was like, yeah, it depends on which location you rent the car from. It could be anything. So I said, yo, I'm trying to rent a car from Jacksonville Airport. Do you know the exact number of what the hidden fee is? He told me it's $400. So now I need $700 to rent a car. Granted, they're gonna give me $400 back after that, but people just don't have $400 lying around, fam. And the fact that they think they can do that is criminal. I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's get together, all 40 of us, and write a letter to all the car rental companies and be like, y'all shouldn't do that, and y'all pieces of POSs for doing that. You taking advantage of people. Nobody got $400 just to let you hold on to. And another thing, if I'm gonna let you hold on to $400, that means when I give you your car back, I need $500 back. Cause I know what y'all doing. Y'all think I'm stupid. Y'all think I don't know that you're gonna put that in some account somewhere. Y'all got some agreement with some bank. You're gonna let the bank hold the money. You're gonna conglomerate everybody who rented a car today. Go to the bank, take that money that you holding, and say, yo, hold this. You can hold it for a week or whatever, and then after a week, y'all gonna get money back. Y'all gonna get the interest back. So that means I need my interest. I digress. I don't want to rent from the airport, Drea. That's the only place there is a place out like when you go towards Jacksonville Beach. There's another one. I'm gonna see what's up with that. She said take clips from this. Yeah, I would do that. I would do that. But that's gonna be time consuming. But this is my job, so I should look into that. Somebody said try Turo. That's like Airbnb for renting cars, right? I'm gonna look into that. Thank you, Taja. Appreciate that. Hope I said your name right. Mrs. Ibram. Oh, Uber has a car rental? I don't know about that. Oh, Turo has hidden fees too. So I see. This is happening in 3 days. And they be acting funny when you rent right before right before you want the car. They try to act like I have it till tomorrow to cancel or else I'm gonna be charged. I was like, haha, you don't even have my card information. But we're gonna get there. The most important thing is it costs a pretty penny, but I'm gonna get there. And I'm gonna have some quality time with my girls. I haven't seen them in like 7 or 8 weeks. So all right, y'all. Till the next time, to the next video, to the next live. There's gonna be like a video coming out in a couple of days, and I'll do some shorts this week, and we'll flow from there. All right, all 42 of you, I bid you adieu. Hasta luego. Jana, as I say in Japanese. I don't know any other languages. I gotta learn the French one. All right, y'all. Oh, it's not letting me stop it. All right, here we go. This is it.